Hey everyone, this is Erisai Xerxes, back again with another episode of Midnight Rambles. Tonight, I thought I'd talk about the books I've been reading. I've been trying to implement a thing where I read for at least a couple hours every day, just to feel like I'm doing something productive with my life when I'm not doing chores or when I'm not searching the web for random things to entertain me. Recently, I reread through The Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, and I forgot how much I really do love the story. A lot of people say that it's a good story for the morals, and it is. It's teaching you how to be kind, it's teaching you really about not letting your work get so in control of your life that you forget how to care for other people, and to not let the things in your past that have hurt you turn your heart so cold that you want other people to feel just as miserable as you do. But even beyond that, it's such a clear, crisp snapshot of what England was like back in those days, especially around Christmas time. The description of all the foods you could eat, from the chestnuts and the roasting flames of the fireplaces, to the pears wrapped up in their waxy embrasures, to the baking of Christmas turkeys and hams and all kinds of other things that would then be carted through the streets, of people going out in their Sunday best and just enjoying the day, spending time with people they love. I know this year it's not going to be easy or maybe even possible to do that in the ways that we're all used to and in the ways we all really would like. But it doesn't mean that we can stop celebrating Christmas, or heck, even Thanksgiving, because that's coming up really soon. And in honor of the holidays, I thought not only would I take the time to read a book that reminds me of thankfulness, but also talk about the things in my life for which I am immense. I can't talk. I swear I can't talk. I probably won't edit that out later because it's a pain in the butt to edit. I don't know if you guys know that. And I could take the time to edit, but I don't currently have anything to edit with on my phone, so you guys get raw and unfiltered me rambling. I know that might be annoying for some of you. Just like it might be annoying that there's no pictures on the screen or a thumbnail that makes sense, but for me, it's what makes it easier to produce content that I actually enjoy and can have fun with. Just being able to sit here and talk to you guys about anything and everything that comes to mind. Even doing the little scripts that I did the other day, it's what makes it more accessible for me, because being on camera is really scary, and a lot of people have told me that I look unstiff, I look unnatural, and I know that with practice and with time, I'll get better at being on camera, but for now, until I relearn that confidence, or maybe I'll never appear on camera again until, well, never, because it's just what works better for me, but we'll have to wait and see. Life can change, experiences can change you. You never know what's going to be around the corner. But I digress. Back to the things I was going to be thankful for. I've had a lot of blessings in my life. A lot of time to really get to know who I am as a person, get to know what I want in life, and I've been given tons of opportunities to grow as a human being, as a creator, and I really am grateful for all the people and things in my life that have allowed me to be who I am today. In college, I was given an amazing opportunity to work with a fantastic group of people at the University of the Cumberlands and the Patriot newspaper. There, I really honed my skills as a writer. I really honed my skills working with other people who were different from me, came from different backgrounds, different sources of academia, and I really learned how to be more open, more accessible, and myself in a way that I don't think joining any other club on the campus would have allowed me to be. The friends that I made there and the people I worked with, they were always so kind, so genuine, and it was a small group. I don't think we had more than 15 people on staff, not counting the volunteers we had every year who were awesome and amazing. And you really took the time to get to know everybody and to work side by side with people who shared the same goal with you, making a product that everyone could enjoy. And we did it in the barest amount of time, too. Sometimes we worked hours on a single day to produce a paper, and it was really fun. We got to share people's experiences with the campus. We got to talk about things that we saw were problems with the university or things that people were interested in the wide world. And it showed me more than anything that stories and words have the power to change people's lives and people's circumstances. It brought all of us together, and it gave us friendships and connections that will last a lifetime. Even if we never speak to those people again, or our contact with them is limited, I know that none of us will ever forget our time there. And that is in no small part thanks to the mentor that we had in the staff advisor, a journalism professor by the name of Jeremiah Massengale. He is an incredibly kind and generous man, and he allowed us to explore and to write about the things that we found interesting and passionate. And he also allowed us to come to him with our problems, regardless of the time of day. He was always accessible, to a certain point, of course. I'm not saying that we ever took advantage of that. Well, goodness, actually, we probably did at some points. But he was more than just a mentor. He was our friend. And he genuinely cared about our well-being and did everything that he could to make all of us feel included. It really was like working with a family, and I think lots of workplaces could benefit from learning how to be more like a family, even though I know that that isn't possible, and in some cases may even be detrimental to a business model. But working with others is about respecting their opinions, learning how to incorporate ideas even if you don't think that they make sense, and rolling with it. And so I'm really grateful for all the opportunities that I had at the Patriot, and I hope to never forget the lessons that I learned there, and to take them with me into every workplace that I go into in the future. I may not end up in the places I thought I did, but I'll certainly end up in the places that I was meant to be. And I'm also really grateful for my family and for my friends. Every experience and moment that I get with them teaches me how to be better as a person, as a better writer, because I allow them to read my writings, to give me feedback, and they even let me read theirs and get to know them better, because that's the point of writing. You're sharing parts of who you are. They're sharing parts of who they are with you. And not only that, but my family has taught me lessons about working hard for the things that I want. My dad works hard every day in, day out, sundown to sunrise. He's a teacher, a preacher, and he cares deeply for everyone that he comes in contact with. He isn't perfect. No one is. But he's my dad, and I love him to death. And my mom is so kind. She's generous and incredibly intelligent, even if she herself doesn't see it. She's taught me a lot about sacrifice and what it means to not give up on your dreams, but to put them aside for a time when you can better fulfill them, to let them grow with you, to better understand yourself. And my best friends, who helped me to be more confident in the person that I am. I cannot thank you guys enough for all you've done. And I hope you guys live a long and prosperous life and get everything that you want in life, no matter how small or how great, because I know you guys will work for it. And I know that nothing you will do will ever be beyond your reach. because you guys have come from circumstances that no one should have ever had to endure. And you have overcome them and shown me how to do so with a smile, and shown me more and more that the past does not control who you are, that the actions of a few cannot dictate the person you will be, and that the human spirit is more resilient than anyone could ever have imagined or dreamed. So thank you guys. I've talked a lot about sentimental stuff. Let's see. What else could I share? Oh, I guess I could tell you guys a story about myself if you really are interested. Let's see. One time when I was really little, I had this purple coat, and on the inside of it was this rainbow speckled pattern. I loved that thing to death. The hood was one you could snap on and off. I wore it everywhere, especially on rainy days, because I think it was one of my only raincoats. I might have had others, but I don't remember them quite as vividly. But one day, I was coming home and getting out of my aunt's van, and it was raining, and I was trying to put on my coat. I couldn't find the hood. I searched everywhere. I was running up to the door. I was trying to pull my hood on, and I couldn't get it. So eventually I just said, I'll just get wet. And I could hear my aunt and my cousins laughing at me, and I didn't understand why. Until later, they told me that the hood had been upside down and flapping against my legs the entire time, making it look like I had this adorable tail. They have never let me forget that my entire life. It's a nickname that has stuck with me. I won't repeat it, mostly because it's a little embarrassing. I'm not embarrassed of the story, but I am a little embarrassed of the nickname, mostly because it's just so goofy. What the heck. It's the internet. People have weirder nicknames, I guess. But still, a girl's gotta have some mysteries. But that moment sticks out with me because it brought people so much joy and laughter. And the story has lived on for years. It amazes me how sometimes the simplest and smallest things we can do, even if we don't intend them, can bring about so much happiness and change in the world. So, even if you think that the things you're doing now aren't worth anything, or if you think they aren't impacting someone in any way, try taking another look. You impact people whether or not you notice it. And I know you've probably heard that said 1,000 times in 1,000 different ways, but it doesn't make it any less true. The things you do matter. And it's up to us in figuring out how much impact and what kind of impact we want to make. Back to the sappy sentimentalism. I just can't seem to get away from it. I have a lot of pent-up drama, as it were, if you can't already tell. Such a writer, so dramatic I am. Well, I think this'll be it for the day. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of Midnight Rambles and that it didn't get too sappy or too philosophical. And if it did, I hope you enjoyed it anyway. I never really quite know what to talk about during these times, so I'm glad that I can just share my thoughts with you guys. If you guys have any thoughts of your own you want to put, let me know down in the comments below. And until next time, guys, this is Erisai Xerxes, signing out.